بدأت القصة في غرفة المعيشة الخاصة براندا كيلاني، والتي كانت تحتضن تجمعا للأطفال المسلمين الأمريكيين كل يوم السبت ليتعلموا تعاليم دينهم وكيفية التمسك بجذورهم. وبحلول العام 2000 تحول هذا التجمع إلى مدرسة للتربية الإسلامية في أناهايم، ولم تكن راندا معلمة محترفة، لكن كان لديها الشغف. إلى جانب التعليم كانت رسالة المدرسة بناء شخصية خلوقة تتمتع بثقة عالية.
My background, I didn't learn Arabic language. I was graduated from the Jordan University in sociology. But all my life, I like to be with children and teach the children, you know, what's benefiting them. We follow the same program like California standards. So we teach the children everything that they are learning in the public school: math, English, science, social studies, PE. In addition of that, we teach them Arabic language, Quran, and Islamic studies. And our students, they scored very high academically.
تلك السمات تبدو جلية عند الإنصات إلى الطلاب وهم يتحدثون عن المدرسة وعن دراساتهم الإسلامية.
Muslims, there's like all of us here are Muslim, so you're here, you're with a group of Muslims, so you won't feel shy of what you're doing, and you won't feel like, oh, I'm right here next to her and you don't know who she is and she's a blasphemer, and you know they're not going to think you're weird because they're doing the same thing you are. Like when they teach you the religion, they teach you specifically. When they talk about the Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Musa and Prophet Jesus, all these prophets, when they talk about all these prophets, they explain like their stories, explain the older stories, like how Prophet Muhammad, he split the moon in half for his miracles, and they explain it like perfect. I have non-Muslim friends. They're actually really nice to me. They respect my religion. Even though like sometimes they celebrate Christmas and they invite me over and they're eating things I'm not supposed to eat, their parents always put something for me that I'm able to eat, or they know I don't celebrate the holiday they're doing, so they make me feel like I'm at home. I'm studying an Islamic education school here in California, so I could learn about Islam and be a good steadfast Muslim and pray all 5 prayers and fast Ramadan. Being an American Muslim in America feels really good. I'm respected more, and people, when they see me pray and do what I'm supposed to do and cover myself, they actually respect me and they let me pray and they don't laugh at me a lot that much.
We opened this school for 2 reasons. The first one, we do not want our children to lose their identity as Muslims. So in this school, we teach them about Islam, we teach them about the religion, we teach them the right thing about the Islam, because people, they hear many different things about Muslims, and many of these things in the media are incorrect, so we want the children to be proud that they are Muslims.
المدرسة في كاليفورنيا بالنسبة للجالية المسلمة كمسلمين، ونحن لما نتكلم كمسلمين لا كعرب، لأننا هنا خليط بين عدة بلاد. فالمدرسة التي رأيتها والتي نحن فيها ضرورة مهمة للمسلمين، أولاً للمحافظة على الهوية الإسلامية وإنشاء تنشئة الأولاد على الدين الصحيح الإسلامي الذي به يعرفون أمور دينهم. ثانياً، نحن لسنا عندنا مدرسة شرعية، نحن لا نهتم بتعليم العلوم الشرعية فقط، بل بالعلوم الكونية، لكن نركز على أمرين: أمر اللغة العربية لأنه مهم لأجل قراءة القرآن وفهمه، وأمر العلوم الشرعية الضرورية التي يستطيعون أن يتعاملوا مع الناس في هذا البلاد بها. لذلك وجود مدرسة إسلامية في بلد مثل أمريكا ضرورة، لأن أمريكا يوجد فيها كل الأشياء التي يحتاجها الناس، إلا أن كل جالية أو كل طائفة أو لابد أن يكون لهم أشياء خاصة، وهذا من خصوصيات المسلمين أن يهتموا بدينهم وأن ينشئوا أولادهم نشأة مسلمة وفكرة علمية منفتحة على الناس، ليست بالصورة التي تعطى اليوم عن المسلمين.
ينتمي العديد من معلمي المدرسة إلى أنحاء مختلفة من العالم، ولكل منهم حافز قوي ليكون في هذا المكان من أجل الأطفال.
I think a child who grows up in an Islamic country, they have a certain understanding of Islamic history, of our religion, that they don't even think about it. It's just a normal way of life. Here, a Muslim child, they're not normal according to society here. And so everything they're being taught to do by their parents and by Islam is very different from the norm of society here. What I see is you teach them while they're here, they love it, they want to be just like all the grown-ups here, all the teachers. They eventually have to move on into society, into junior high and high school, and they're bombarded with a whole different way of life that they're not used to here. It's like they're sheltered here. There's us, and then there's the outside country.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Laura. I have converted to Islam over 13 years ago.
لورا هي معلمة في رياض الأطفال، وهي أم ل4 أطفال جميعهم درسوا في هذه المدرسة.
And I'm very convinced that the knowledge, both academically and Islamically, is challenging for my children, and the knowledge is correct. So this is very important. So when my children leave here, they have the strong foundation to have what we call survival skills, because outside this wall of ties, they need to survive in the real world.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima. I converted to Islam 20 years ago. The role of this school, the most important one, is to show the children the beauty of Islam, to know the history of their prophet, and to understand the fundamentals of the religion, the basics of the belief. And then they can go out in public school and they can spread this thing. This is very important.
أصبح نشر الكلمة الصالحة عن الإسلام أكثر أهمية من أي وقت مضى بعد أحداث 11 من سبتمبر، حيث أضحى الكثير من الناس يقرن المسلمين بالعنف.
It's easy to be a Muslim living in Los Angeles, but sometimes it can get a little rough. Because on the news they talk about Islam badly too much. Most of the Muslims aren't like this. Most of us are like, we're not tourists or anything like that. Terrorists. We don't blow buildings, and our prophet and our sheikhs they tell us never to do this, and it's a sin on us to kill other people. We're not allowed to do this.
You know, what do they show in America? What do they show on TV it's very anti-Islam. It's very, you're influenced in a way that most Muslims are, you know, a certain stereotype. They are, you know, related to terrorism. They are difficult people. Even you hear they're dirty people. And, you know, the minute I walked into this place, which is the center that, you know, that I learned Islam from, immediately the people who are predominantly Arabs around here were very welcoming. It was the opposite of what I'd seen on TV, which helped me to understand Islam, because the TV is telling me one thing, I'm seeing in person the opposite.
الحمد لله الإسلام في أمريكا يرى من عدة نواحي. فإذا رؤي من الناحية الشرعية والعلمية والثقافية فهذا الإنسان يعرف أن هذا الشيء ليس كالصورة التي تعطى عنه في خارج وفي وسائل الإعلام. ونحن نرجو إن شاء الله تعالى أن تتحسن الصورة بالجيل الناشئ الذي ينشأ على تعاليم الدين والذي ينشأ على معرفة الإسلام معرفة حقيقية ليس تطرفاً ولا إرهاباً.
Islam, it's like the best religion in the world. It's the true religion, and if you don't follow this religion, you're going to hellfire.
I'm studying in the Islamic school because, so I could learn the true religion, and so, I can continue my life learning the right stuff, not doing some wrong stuff, and keep learning this beautiful religion. I like it very much. Every single day we have religion and Islamic history.
العديد من طلاب هذه المدرسة هم من عائلات مسلمة، ما جعل تقبل العادات والشعائر الإسلامية التي تدرس من قبل من هم أكبر منهم سناً أمراً طبيعياً. بالنسبة للمعلمين الأمريكيين الذين اعتنقوا الإسلام وهم بالغون فقد كان الأمر بمثابة صحوة حقيقية.
I always believed in God, so I just didn't understand what the different religions understood or said. So, as people go through different difficult times in their life, I happen to be going through a divorce from my ex-wife, and so in this time people search for answers and things, as they say. So, I was searching. I had a boss who was a Christian. He gave me what he calls the Bible, and I'm a very numbers analytical person. If it doesn't add up, doesn't make clear sense, common sense, I don't believe this. At the time I was going through this divorce, my ex-wife, she met a Muslim woman who was a Hispanic woman who was teaching about Islam. She said, listen to this. I think you might relate to this. And so I read what she was teaching about Islam, and it sounded exactly what made sense, what I felt in my heart. Even when I was a boy, I felt certain things. The attributes of God, that He has no partners, which contradicts, is against what the Christians believe. He's not like any of His creation. He has the power to do whatever He wills. These, that He knows about me, He knows about all His creation. These are the things I always felt in my heart. I wear the kalunsawa almost everywhere I go. I'm not gonna change who I am. I want people to ask me. I think as a white person, and they're kind of shocked who is a white Muslim. This is odd. Everywhere I go, I'm not gonna change who I am. I want people to ask me. I think as a white person, and they're kind of shocked who is a white Muslim. This is odd in this country. Now, if I take this off and I walk into a store, nobody knows I'm Muslim. There's no, females, it's different. They are going to wear the scarves. For me, if I choose, I can take this off, and yes, I see the different looks. I get a different look if I have this or if I don't.
Is that your copy? Okay, take one crayon. The thing that convinced me about Islam was the right religion for me was the truth. The truth is something that it was overwhelming. I just could not refute the fact that the things that were said about Islam were true, and I never heard it before, and it just made perfect sense. Some would wonder, is it tough to be a Muslim and American at the same time? And the answer that I would tell all would be no. There has been no changes in my life. I just make, how do they say, allowances for certain things, and certain things I delete. For example, I still swim, I still play ball, I still run, I'm very athletic, I still do all the wonderful things I used to do. But as you can see, I'm one of those Muslim that covers. So the only exception to the rule is that I would go swimming with a little bit more extra clothing, but I continue to do the same things that I used to do.
كان تفاني المسلمين هو أول ما ألهم فاطمة لتعتنق الإسلام قبل 20 عاما.
It was during Ramadan, so it was really nice. I mean, it amazed me how dedicated they were to the fasting and how they would pray, and no matter what I thought of it, they were going to do it anyway in front of me, and how dedicated they were to this, how their belief, it made me want to learn more about it. When I heard about Islam, it made perfect sense to me. There was no questions in my mind about it, that it was the right thing to do. I liked how easy it was. The belief was very easy to understand about God existing before the creations, that everything is a creation, that all the prophets came with one religion, and it wasn't, as some say, that each prophet came with their own religion. This doesn't make sense to me because there's one creator, so it makes sense that there's one religion. I became Muslim very quickly after I met the people that told me about Islam within a couple weeks. And it was a life-changing experience. I mean, it was very quick. Within 3 months, I moved to California to learn. Everything in my life changed. I mean, from taking everything out of my refrigerator that wasn't halal, and right away I tried to put a scarf on. I wasn't sure how to do it, but I wanted to do it.
كثير من الذين يدخلون في الإسلام يعجبون بعظمة الإسلام، ويعجبون بتواضع الشخص الذي يتعامل أو يطبق الشريعة الإسلامية، ويعجبون بالعقيدة الإسلامية. نحن لما نحاور الأمريكان في الجامعات أو فيهم في مركزنا نتكلم معهم بطريقة علمية عقلانية، فيجدوا أن العقل السليم والعقل الصحيح لابد أن يشهد بأن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله.
Allah hears all what is hearable, but He's not like us. We need what to hear? Ears. Ears. We need organs, body parts, right? Yeah, Allah is not like His creation in any way. So Allah hears all the hearable things, but does not need organs like we need. Okay, similar with sight. Allah sees all what is seeable. Again, He does not have an eye. He doesn't have a pupil. He doesn't have blood like we need. All these things.
Is His speech in the Quran?
هنا كثير من الناس الأمور الدنيوية متيسر لهم، فتجدينهم يبحثون عن الفكر وعن الثقافة وعن العلم. يعني أنا عشت في بلد مسلم، ما عمري دخلت مكتبة بابليك، يعني في مكاتب تباع فيها الكتب. أما هنا مثلا الناس بعد انتهاء أشغالهم بعد سن التقاعد يذهبون إلى العلم، إلى المطالعة، إلى التنزه. هذا الشيء مفقود في كثير من بلاد المسلمين للظروف المعيشية. فهذا أورث أن كثير من الذين يأتون من هذه البلاد عندهم حرمان من حيث الأمور الدنيوية، وانشغلوا بذلك عن أمور الدين. أما الناس الذين هنا في راحة وفي رخاء وفي تقاليد معينة يبحثون، وهذا مما يجعلنا نحن أن نكون حريصين على نشر العلم أكثر، نشر الثقافة أكثر. ولله الحمد، يعني الحمد لله كثير منهم يتقبلون، وكثير منهم حقيقة لما يكلم معهم بالطريقة العلمية، بالطريقة العقائدية التي هي أصل الدين. أصل كلمة لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله ليس معناه لحية أو عمة أو حزب أو جماعة أو فكر أو انتماء حزبي أو انتماء عرقي. لا إله إلا الله معناها أنا أعبد الله الذي يستحق العبادة، أنا أعبد الله الذي خلق الكون اللي هو دليل على وجوده، السماوات والأراضي. لا أعبد وهم، لا أعبد خيال، لا أعبد جسم، لا أعبد شيء في السماء ولا في الأرض.
2.5 years ago, I went to Hajj. Been trying for a long time, since a few years after I became Muslim. I finally got to go. Wonderful. You see Muslims from everywhere. And it's so interesting to be in Medina and Mecca, and you can just see the different countries, because the people stay in groups generally as they're traveling. So It's very nice to say this is this group, and you just start to see how spread across the world Islam is, and that this is the thing that makes you again feel as one of the group. In this country we feel alone a lot because there are a lot of Muslims, but this country is huge and we are spread out. But when you go there, you really see the size and the spread of Islam, and that it is for, you really start to think it's for everybody. You walk and you see pictures of the Kaaba, but when you walk in the mosque and you just, there's the Kaaba, you know, the tears flow down. When you get to go to Medina and see, you know, where the Prophet is buried, see the mosque. Go, if you get to go and see some of where the battlegrounds were, and you know some of the stories, it's wonderful.
We feel like learning the Quran and the Arabic language is something very important for them. You know, it's something will help them to understand the religion better. You never know, they will grow up and, you know, meet with people. Maybe they will spread the right knowledge.
Islam has changed my life in a most complete way. I mean, from everything I do to everything I eat to the way I treat other people, Islam has been a complete change of my life. I never imagined that I would be in such a blessed situation that I could be teaching Islam every single day of my life, knowing enough about this blessed religion to be able to share it with those around me, and especially to the young children, our next generation. It has been a completely marvelous experience.
الإسلام هو أن تتعلم الدين، أن تطبق على نفسك، وأن تنصح الناس بذلك. أن تكون داعية إلى الله عز وجل في البيت، في الجامعة، في المدرسة، في العمل. وهذا يحتاج إلى أن يكون الإنسان عنده معرفة بدين الله عز وجل، معرفة بأمور العقيدة، كيف يقنع إنسان بأن دين الإسلام هو الدين الصحيح وهو لا يعلم عنه شيء. فكثير من أولاد المسلمين الثقافة الإسلامية ضعيفة عندهم، ما عندهم معلومات دينية، عندهم معلومات سياسية من وكالات الأنباء، من الجرائد، من التلفزيون، لكن ما عندهم معلومات دينية. لو سأله صديقه، ويحصل كثير، يأتيني أشخاص، واحد يتجوز واحدة أمريكية يتزوجها، تعرض عليه أسئلة لا يجد جوابا عليها، مع أنه زوج لها، وقد تكون هي رغبت به لأنه عربي أو مسلم، لكن هو ثقافته بسيطة جدا. يعني لو سألته ما هو ربكم الذي تعبدونه؟ ما الملائكة؟ ما الآخرة؟ ما الرسل؟ تجديه ضعيف جدا جدا. بينما نحن نعمل على تطوير هذا الفكر. نقول للإنسان يتعلم أن الله سبحانه وتعالى ليس شيئا جسما أو حجما أو شكلا أو جسدا أو له ولد أو له زوجة أو له شكل. الله قال في القرآن ليس كمثله شيء. نقول له أن الرسل كلهم مسلمون، عيسى مسلم وموسى مسلم، كانوا يشهدون أن لا إله إلا الله وأن الله هو خالق كل شيء سبحانه وتعالى. نعلمهم، نركز على هذا، على العقيدة الإسلامية وعلى التحذير من الفكر التكفيري بغير حق. هذا الذي نحر الناس في بلادنا لا نريده أن ينحرونا، ولا نريد للمسلم أن يكون خطر، قنبلة موقوتة ينتقل. نريد المسلم أن يكون داعية، نور ينبثق بين الناس ينظرون إليه كعلم، كمعرفة، كإرشاد، كنصح، كإنقاذ الناس من الهلاك. هذا المسلم الذي نرجوه في هذه البلاد، وهذا الذي ينفع، وهذا الذي يعطي الصورة الحسنة للمسلمين.
عباد الله، التقوى وصية ربكم في القرآن الكريم. تقوى الله عز وجل أداء الواجبات واجتناب المحرمات.
want to say something to the Algerian people, which is, in Ramadan, and if you're rich, please help the poor all over the world. Help them slaughter the lambs to feed them, like to feed the poor people. You'll get reward Islamically if you're steadfast, if you're a true believer in Islam, and always make dua in Ramadan, pray, always fast.
What I want to tell the Algerians in Ramadan is, it's better for you to fast even when you're sick. I fasted when I was sick. It turned out easier than I thought to be. And it's better to fast than to skip a day because you're going to have to redo that day anyway.
What I have to say to all the Algerian people is, Assalamu alaikum. May Allah accept your fasting and your good deeds. Fear Allah. A day will come where we will all be questioned about what we did in this life. I ask Allah for all of you to be forgiven your sins on the Day of Judgment, and to have sincerity in obeying Allah. And there's millions of us around the world that you don't see, and just like we don't see all of you, but just to know that we're all brothers and sisters. May Allah bless and guide us all.